All right, we should be live. I'm gonna go ahead and share this in my server. Sweet, sweet. Let me share this. Hope everyone's doing well. We're gonna be talking about a bunch of new updates in comics and in shows and television. Hope everyone's doing well. Gonna be a mad chill stream. Gonna talk about a lot of what I want to talk about. If you end up wanting something specifically seen, just hit the Cash App or purchase slash donate via YouTube, basically. But have you guys seen the new Daredevil? I'll try to keep it spoiler free for a little bit. People in the comments, have you seen Daredevil? Born Again, specifically. The first two episodes. 'Cause I just watched them last night. And they were perfect. Literally flawless. The the only complaints I've seen about Daredevil is like the people that are huge sticklers on visuals and CGI. Like you and that's like couple brief moments and I don't see any issues with it. I think you personally have to be like super locked in and like super critical. You'll probably end up hating everything you watch, to be honest. Um, in order to complain like that about the show. But the oh my god, the first two episodes, it's just I think it's gonna go down the best thing the MCU's put out. Yeah, like shit with straight heat, dog. Fights are on point. They're not holding punches, and when I say that, I mean in terms of consequences within the show. Like one thing we struggle with as readers of comics and watchers of comic book movies and shows is sometimes we want to see more consequences. Like we want to see more ramifications in the show. We want things to matter. We want there to be a payoff, and we're getting that with Daredevil. They're not holding back. Bodies are dropping. Nobody's safe. They gave Bullseye his due. Bullseye, when written and portrayed accurately, is one of the greatest villains in comics. And the Bullseye we got in Born Again is perfect. The dialogue from Kingpin, perfect. Daredevil and Matt Murdock, like people are saying, oh, this kind of reminds them of when Matt was getting a little dark earlier in the Daredevil series. Well, that's kind of a running theme. His struggle with his faith, morality, and justice. And at the same time, you've got Bullseye, who before had said, you're one bad day away from being me, Red. So obviously, it's going to be an attack on his soul and his faith. That's a majority of what Daredevil stories are predicated upon. It's just his personal struggles while carrying the mantle of Daredevil. Am I excited for James Gunn DCU? I will tell you what will get me excited for Gunn DCU. Like this is something specifically he would need to do for me to be impressed. Okay. I need him to hire Alan Richson as Batman. If you don't know who that is, he's currently playing Reacher in the Reacher show. He would be a monster as the Batman in that DCU. Thoughts on Invincible season 3? I have not been watching it. I read Invincible. Some of the animation looks a little iffy from what I'm seeing online, like from clips. But if y'all say it's good, I mean, I'm willing to check it out. Is he fighting Conquest yet? The streets want to know. Is he fighting Conquest yet? I will tune in for that. Okay, so Conquest is about to fight. All right, I'll be tuning in when Conquest gets down. He did pull up. Oh yeah, that's big Conquest. Conquest is a real hater. I love a character that's a real hater. Conquest did lose Aura when he got bitched by Thrag, though. Oh, I'm not saying like I wouldn't watch it just because the animation's not amazing. I was just saying I was kind of surprised it looked iffy because from what I remember from like season one and stuff, the animation was pretty clean. And I guess I follow up with saying I'm pretty sure they took a lot of time to make season two and three. So I guess I expected more. Voiced by Jeffrey Dean Morgan. That's a perfect voice for Conquest. Actually, that's a good hire. Negan versus Glenn's the rematch. Technically fair. Did y'all see Darkseid's minions are like casually above Time Trapper Doomsday? I told y'all this new Darkseid's different. This new Darkseid is nothing to play with, bro. What up to everybody joining, by the way? I know it's an early stream, but I'm gonna be here for an hour or two, just really kicking it with you guys. Yeah, but I mean, I literally said once the All-In verse started and we had that story with Darkseid essentially escaping his narrative, I was like, man, I really. And matter of fact, it was in the DC tier list. I mean, I was making the case like, hey, this Darkseid might be insane. Like, this Darkseid might be the one. Like, he might be pulling up on everybody. Have I been clobbering on Marvel Rivals? Yes, I've been playing as Benjamin Grimm. If you want to play with me on Marvel Rivals, just join my Discord server. How much to commission videos? It strictly depends on the topic these days. Like some topics require more work, some topics require less. What are you thinking of commissioning? That's the bigger question. In terms of new dark side scaling, yeah, I will be touching on what I think about current dark side. I don't really play ranked on Marvel Rivals yet. I've been playing casual play because I'm on Xbox and I play with a lot of people like in my server that aren't on Xbox, so we would be playing casual. Do you think they're making a crisis event with Darkseid in the future? For sure, man. He even escaped having a narrative tied to Superman. That's absurd. Do you guys understand how crazy that is? To just go ahead and sever your tie narratively to Superman, who ties everything in DC together as the power of hope. GB's a monster on Marvel Rivals. I think he's like top 1%. Something like that. Let me go see what he is actually. Let me pull up my server because we have a rivals section. Ooh, you want to commission a rematch of Sephiroth versus Virgil? Let me see how well my initial take did. Let's pull the. Let's see. Did 11K last year. Okay. Okay, so we'll give you. Okay. Yeah, I'd be willing to do that then. I did mad face reveals back in the day. Y'all just, unfortunately, were not on the wave. Yeah, I'd be willing to do Sephiroth versus Virgil update with. I'll make it. Let me see you propose something, Giggle Touch. How much do you think that video is worth? Once I check the new research, the new updates. Mr. Alex for 9.99. Appreciate the donation. All right, let's talk about this. Let's see what he said. Let me heart this. Okay. What do you think the potential is for DC and Marvel crossover, and what's it going to be like? Okay. The potential, as I've stated many times on my channel, whenever you are crossing over two massive properties like DC and Marvel. By definition, to me, that essentially puts you in the near endless tier of ideas. Like you could do multiple things in this crossover. Now they're gassing up several of their top tiers on both sides, and it makes me wonder if they're doing that intentionally for the crossover. Because right now you have Superman all the way up as fuck. Like he can beat up Time Trapper Doomsday. GG. That's great. Time Trapper Doomsday's above King of Hell Doomsday. Like GG. That's disgusting. So you have that. And then you have Thor, who's absolutely balling out of control right now. Hitting amps out the wazoo. And it's not just regular amps. These are amps that are gonna be permanent. So you have those. And then you have Hulk, Fractured Sun, who's about to fight Immortal Thor in a month or two. By the way, I guess I'll announce it here. I did announce it in my Discord server. I'll announce it on the channel right here too. Um, I would say that I'd like to say rather that Philip Kennedy Johnson. I will be interviewing him after that fight because he's writing that fight. So I'll talk to him about Thor versus Hulk, Hulk up to that point, working Thor into the story, all that stuff. I just hit him up the other day. So that'll be a really fun interview for when we circle back after that story drops. Will you be getting Death of Captain Marvel Omnibus? Did it just drop? Yo, if they just released the Omnibus, that would be a sick giveaway for the channel. If I got that Omnibus and gave it away. Ooh, chat, what do you think of that? I don't know how many of y'all have read The Death of Captain Marvel. How many of y'all have read that story or know the story? Hey, Giggle Touch. That works for me perfectly. Um, let me give you my Cash App and let me send you my Discord. I'll let you be a part of the project if you want to be. Like I'll give you all the inside scoop on where I have the scaling. I'll list you as the sponsor of the video, all that because I have new editing coming out. So let me give you my Cash App. My comic plug just hit me up, man. This makes me very happy because he's been going through some health stuff, man. And he just hit me up if there's anything new to read in comics. So that makes me pretty happy. He's pretty much the reason this channel's worth anything, man. He really gave me all the comics I needed back in the day to like even start my channel in this direction. Oh, okay, Google Touch. I'll let me DM you, buddy. Let's see. Give me one moment. Okay, I got you. Just DM'd you, my boy. Yep, I just DM'd you. Sick. And I'm gonna add you to a server where I have my updated um Virgil scaling. And you can take a look at that. And then I'll look at what you got. Well, it's gonna be a dope video. Always appreciate the support, of course. And back to the comment about the crossovers. No one's talking about it. Flash has gotten stupidly broken. Stupidly broken. Wally West is nothing to play with right now. Like and I'm saying this as a former Flash hater, and somewhat a Barry Allen hater. But I used to be like, oh man, Flash sucks. You know, he's losing to a dude with a boomerang. He's fighting someone with a slushy gun. All that jazz, right? I used to talk crazy. And then you think about it, and then you read the new comics, and you're like, oh, most of the BS is Barry. Wally's a demon. Like he just casually like healed the source. Like there's a whole bunch of Speed Force bullshit going on with Wally. To the point that where if you as a Wally fan were to hit me up and say, "Hey, I think this character kicks his ass," I'd be like, understandable. I completely get where you're coming from. Like that's decently reasonable take. I sent it to the wrong giggle touch. How many giggle touches are there? All right, giggle touch, you DM me then. I guess there's multiple giggle touches. Unless you didn't, it went to your. There's like a private message button in the middle for when new people DM you. It might be that. But you have my permission to go ahead and DM me. So, did the One Piece server just die out like a year and a half ago? Yeah, it kind of did. I didn't. I do need to update it though. Might get some easy views off why Luffy versus Mr. Fantastic was never close. Woohoo! Yeah, but if you haven't read The Death of Captain Marvel, I genuinely encourage you to try to read that story. I might have to cover that. Tomorrow I'll probably be having a stream on the manga Ordeal, which is sick. Solo leveling, I've been asked to get into it. Should I get into it? So let me know. Oh, that's my guy Damon, by the way. Hit me, DM me, Damon. It's been a minute since we talked. What are some characters you think beat Superman? Shit. I mean, I'm actually planning. It's funny you asked that, and the reason I'm addressing that question. Oh, hold on. Let me do this $5 question yet. Shout out to Andrade for the donation. How would you feel if Dragon Ball ever did a crossover with Marvel and DC? Which one would be better? Um, let me let me be sincere in this because a lot of people think I hate Dragon Ball. First of all, I don't hate Dragon Ball. I've had problem with some of the fans and the people in the community before, but it's all gravy, right? That's just community bullshit. It happens. Every community has bullshit. Rip Toriyama. Dope that they just introduced SSJ4 again. In terms of a crossover, if I want the crossover to treat Dragon Ball with respect. I would probably like to see it with Marvel more than DC. I feel like Marvel would take a little more chances and do a little more storytelling with that crossover. But at the same time, we got to note that risk Disney getting a hold of Dragon Ball. We risk Disney getting involved. DC would be interesting. Um, and Gunn's very ambitious, so we might mess around and get like an animated crossover too. So maybe DC. You know what? Probably DC. We won't risk the Disney fiasco. What do I think of the new Fantastic Four trailer? Okay. Um, let me be clear about this, right? I want the Fantastic Four movie to be great because a great Ben Grimm is a good day for me, a glorious day for me. Like if we get an amazing Ben Grimm and thing, I might cry, I might weep in the theater. Jesus wept. Guess what? When I see a glorious Ben Grimm story on theater, Flash wept. That's real shit. Okay. So if I need it to be amazing. I'm not sold it's going to be amazing. The best part of the trailer for sure was when Ben was running down the street by himself. I'm just, here's my concerns. One, this story doesn't seem, it's being built up like the story doesn't matter. Like it's in an alternate universe. It's a female Silver Surfer. They're kind of acting like this shit just won't really matter. It's just like an Elseworld story. And so for me, that takes away investment immediately, which sucks because I want to be invested. I want to care about the Fantastic Four because obviously I'm the biggest Ben Grimm fan alive. With that in mind, I don't know, man. Like I hope it's good. Um, Doom doesn't have a rivalry with Reed. Like it's just a whole lot of alternative shit. It's not. I don't know. I don't know what this is gonna be. I just don't. I don't know if it'll be good. But at the same time, as a Ben Grimm fan, I'm praying I get a fire Ben Grimm. Now, in regards to your question, there was a question I was going to answer. Beat current Superman outside Marvel and DC. There's a few. I'm planning a video on that. Thunderbolts is going to. Hey, I say this about Thunderbolts. I will be seated no matter what. I saw Void in the trailer doing hood rat shit. Sold. Don't care about anything else. There's a real chance, and I'm being sincere, there's a real chance that we get a very good Sentry on screen. It looks like they're about to give us the Sentry and Void drama from his first initial run, I believe, written by Jay Soul, which is classic. Like I thought that run, I thought they made a huge mistake canceling it after 5 issues. But I think we're gonna get a glorious Sentry Void. I really do. Like this shit's gonna be fire. And people are asking, well, how are they gonna beat the Sentry? I don't think they do. I think these boys are about to get nuked. I think the Thunderbolts are about to get wiped out. I'm so dead ass. I think Sentry fights the Void and beats him. They also said Red Hulk's credited in the film, so we might see Red Hulk jump in to help Sentry. Dog, he was just Void was just turning them into shadow things, slamming them into the ground. It was hilarious. Like, peep this, right? Like, I think this movie's gonna be chaos because they show like first parts or whatever, and we see Taskmaster, and then they don't really show Taskmaster ever again. Low key, I think Taskmaster dies off rip, which a lot of people are going to celebrate because they don't like MCU Taskmaster. Doctor Strange is about to get an amp. Okay, I'll make sure to check that out. Is it in the solo run? How do I feel about Hulk in the MCU? Very controversial character. I mean, I think we can all agree Endgame fumbled. Endgame had the chance to do some glorious shit with Hulk. Nah, Sentry crumpling that and ripping off the vibranium arm was unfortunate. That's when I knew we were about to get peaked. You didn't mind MCU Taskmaster? I didn't fully watch the Black Widow movie. Taskmaster was auraless in the Black Widow movie, though. You got to give Taskmaster aura. That's all that boy got. Best Hulk is '03. Hmm. Interesting comment. Who do y'all think's the best movie Hulk? 2012 Avengers Hulk up. Man, look, Aven- Avengers 1 Hulk fed families, fed generations. That's real shit. Like, you couldn't tell me shit about Avengers 1 Hulk. He was wilding. Wilding. When he hit him with the "that's my secret cap, I'm always angry," peak aura. Max aura. I stood up in the theater, bro. One of the best lines in MCU history. Pure aura. Bro, that first Avengers movie was just perfect. My boy Cap hopped out the whip and fought Loki, who had a stone. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. My boy Cap's a demon. MCU Cap was damn near perfect, bro. Everything he did was demon time. That man was more stressed to fight himself from the past than he was to fight Loki with a stone. Think about that. Big stepper. The biggest of steppers. We got the puny god line, Keith Aura from Hulk. Yeah, Avengers was just aura overall. Everybody in Avengers was aura farming. Bro, name a character from that movie, I'll tell you when they aura farm. The first Avengers movie started clip farming, if you really think about it. Let's go down the list. Hulk. We already named his shit. I'm always mad. I'm always angry. Aura farming. When he's trolling Black Widow, aura farming. Cap, getting up and randomly just being okay after getting shot through the gut with a laser, aura farming. Saying if we die together, aura farming. Hulk, smash, aura farming. Hawkeye, when he took Loki out the sky, aura farming. Bro, Black Widow, when she tricked Loki into telling her the plan, aura farming. Bro, really think about that movie. That's all it is. That's all they did, and it was glorious. That's all a superhero movie needs. Dude, we had a random 80-year-old Marvel human aura farm. When everybody bowed down to Loki, he said, I don't bow to men like you. Aura farming. Everybody was getting buckets in that movie, man. It was amazing. It really was. Bro, when Cap was trying to diss Tony and he said, what are you without the suit? And he said, a billionaire playboy philanthropist, aura farming. Yeah, like, dude, I swear to God, I'm not even being funny. I didn't think about that before this stream. I didn't think about the clip farming in Avengers 1. We might have to just sit here on stream and go through the different Marvel movies and figure out which movies had the most aura farming. I think it's Avengers 1, though. That shit was ridiculous, dude. Everyone was getting money in that movie. Dude, they had a guy on Shield's helicarrier playing Galaga. Aura farming. Yeah, Loki lost Aura getting slammed, but then he prison shanked Thor later. And he survived all these encounters. Oh yeah, Tony did tell Cap he was on the juice. Aura farming. Bro, hey, Iron Man shit talk me crazy sometimes, bro. Oh, Nick Fury aura farmed when he he faked the cards. He's like, these are Coulson's cards. He, he just wanted to see y'all be the Avengers, and they all locked in, and then he was like, nah, that shit didn't happen. I was trying to get the people going. Aura farming. Hard. Oh no! I'm gonna be real. Captain America, Winter Soldier, aura farming was crazy, crazy. Everyone had aura. That movie had so much aura farming. It made the directors believe Anthony Mackie could carry a solo film. And I love Anthony Mackie as an actor, but to say he could carry like an MCU film by himself is man. Winter Soldier's aura farming in the Winter Soldier movie was insane. Dude, keep in mind, like most of us, when we had seen it, we know who Winter Soldier is. Like we've read the comics, like we know all this shit. He still had crazy aura in that movie. Oh my god, Cap in the elevator? Are you shitting me? Before we begin, does anyone want to get off? Aura, peak aura. So remember when Winter Soldier just threw someone or like kicked him into a plane propeller, or got the shit out of Nick Fury, or Nick survived, or oh my god, when they tried to jump Nick in the car in the aura. Bro, Winter Soldier was such a good damn movie, man. It really was. Even Falcon had aura, bro. When he squared up with Rumlow. Oh, Cap versus GSP? Are you kidding me? He said, "What are you without that shield?" Cap proceeded to beat the brakes off him. Oh my god, aura. Like MCU, legitimately, you can measure the greatness of an. We just established a meta, everyone. Like, gather around. We just did something crazy. The MCU movies can be measured by the amount of aura farming that took place. The more farming, the better the movie. This has become canonical fact on this stream. I'm renaming the stream right now. We just made MCU history. Boom. We just made a play. It strictly applies to the MCU meta. No other movie metas. Oh man, when Blade hit us with the motherfuckers always trying to ice skate uphill, aura farming. Bro, Blade came back to the MCU just to aura farm. Bro, when he when he sat in Daredevil or Deadpool and Wolverine and said there'll never be another Blade like me, and Deadpool just looks at the screen, bro, or God, dude, Wesley Snipes was perfect for Blade, man. He really was. Really is. Infinity War did have a lot of aura though. When you think about it, bro. When I was just thinking about it this morning, when Doctor Strange was sitting there and Thanos pulled up with like 4 stones, and Strange was like, "Bro, you never 1v1 me." Aura, aura. Crazy thing to say. Crazy statement. That man Thanos said, "I have the stones," and he said, "I'm the Sorcerer Supreme." Like it meant something. Aura. Red Skull got done dirty. That's too bad. Should have had more aura. You got an aura farm, baby. Oh, you want to talk about aura farming? Black Panther and Civil War. I maintain this to this day. I want to chat. I want to read everybody's comment. Okay. I want to hear your honest opinion on this. What was your favorite portrayal of Black Panther? For me, it's Civil War. I thought he was perfect in Civil War. Cat, let me know what you think. Yeah, I think everyone agrees. Civil War. Panther was peak, bro. Man, when he was on Winter Soldier's ass, I thought Bucky was cooked. I was like, man, Panther's really about to kill him. I mean, Cap had to get involved. He said, "Stand down, Cap. I ain't asking again, bro." I thought Cap was cooked too, bro. And then he pulls up on a man trying to aura farm hard. Zemo, I don't care what you say. Zemo was aura farming when he gave his monologue about what happened that day. He was like, "Man, my family died. All this. We saw the Avengers. They dropped the city on us." And then he goes to kill himself. And that man Panther stops him and says, "The living are not done with you yet." Aura maxed. Shout out to Mr. Alex with the donation. Cap standing with a broken shield, a stab through his leg, and saying, "I could do this all day" to Thanos and his army. Facts. Bro, we can debate this right now in the comments if y'all want to go ahead and post your favorite moment. What do you think's the most hype moment from Endgame? For me, it really was Cap standing, fixing his leg and standing up, thinking it's just him versus Thanos and his army, and he was going to go for it anyway. That was the peak moment for me, but there's plenty of moments that are contenders. I'd say contenders are when Cap first gets Mjolnir. Um, I would say Thor transforming pure aura when Fat Thor transformed with two hammers, bro. When Thanos hit him with the "you did all that just to end up here with me," oh my god, bro. When Scarlet Witch pulls up with 99 stats and she's just letting him know how much she hates him, and now my boy had to say, "I don't even know who you are." Aura. Dude. There's no better feeling than telling someone that hates you and you genuinely don't really know them that like you don't know who they are. Yeah, dude, Thanos just getting busy with the words on the damn Trinity was horrible. Had them boys hurt. Bro, that a he's lucky my boy Thor didn't hit the Bowflex. He's lucky he's a little chunky, alright? Hey, he called in a tactical nuke on that bitch for choking him though. It is crazy. It makes you wonder, did Thanos also start getting worked really because he didn't understand who she was? Like if he had known why this bitch hating him and who she was capable of, I wonder if he would have performed a little better. Probably not though. Yeah, I would have had Thor perform a little better in that final fight. I agree. Who wins in a meat riding comp? Ebony Maw or Barton? Bro, stop. It's got to be Maw. Maul doesn't even really have powers in the comics. He just shows up meet like just blazing Thanos. Like, yo, y'all know Thanos was pulling up, right? Y'all know he's the big dog, right? What? You asking me what my power is? I'll tell you what my power is. Thanos got me. That's his power. Big Thanos got his back. Like, that's disgusting. Ebony Maw is definitely the goat of riding someone's coattails. Maul shows up and starts reading scripture that doesn't exist about Thanos. Insane. Like, this is not an argument. Hey man, Cap once he got that stat amp in Endgame showed Thanos that that military training ain't no joke, my boy. Don't get boxed up now. You saw how GSP did. Doctor Strange and the MCU got a massive nerf. Actually, I heard something crazy. I heard that like directors implied that in Far From Home he was holding back the Beyonders. That's disgusting. DCEU definitely had aura farming moments. You're crazy. Batman spent all of Batman vs Superman aura farming. I won't let you rewrite history. Batfleck was in his bag. Do you bleed? Because you will. You're not a man. Men are brave. Bro, bars after bars. Bro, when the women that he saved, all the people that were in cages were terrified because they thought the devil was there, and it's Batman up in the corner, and he's branding criminals, or the warehouse scene, or boxing up Superman, aura. Got shook in the fight when his punch stopped working? Yeah, I would too. You're fighting God. Obviously, you want your punches to work. I hate when people say that. You would not be too thrilled either. But guess what? He got his lick back anyway. Now what? And then Batman decides he can spin the block on Doomsday. Aura. Docks to Wonder Woman. Superman messing up his whip was aura. I'll give Superman that. Mad aura. Talk to Batman like he was a little boy. He said, "Hey, you're done being a vigilante, little boy. Stand down." Batman was pissed. That was a fun movie, bro. I won't let anyone say otherwise. I had so much joy in my first viewing. Bro, Superman standing there when the building exploded, just looking down. Aura. I don't get when people say it was a dog shit movie. Like, we literally just sat here and rattled off moment after moment that were dope. New DCEU. Only thing I'm super excited for is the Authority because I get to see Midnighter on, like, actually get some screen time. But so help me God, if they don't make that gay savage the gay savage he is, I'm celebrity boxing James Gunn. You heard it here first. Isn't bit no. He got tech from the God Garden, and he's been styling on these hoes ever since. He's nothing like Batman. This is a guy that went back in time to fight Hitler, alright? Don't disrespect. He kidnapped baby Hitler. Who would be my MCU casting for Fat Cobra? Ooh. Oh man, that's tough. I don't know. I don't know. Nah, Fat Cobra's Asian. I don't know. That'd be tough. He's got to be huge. You could honestly go with a lesser known actor at that point just to get someone that closer fits Fat Cobra's persona and actual appearance. If that makes sense. Like he's not a complicated character. You could coach somebody up to say the funny shit Fat Cobra says. Batista is disgusting. The Batista for Batista for Fat Cobra. I want him escorted out of this chat. Yeah, I'd probably just get like some kind of sumo. Hold on, let me look up Samoan actors. Because you could probably pass a Samoan off as Fat Cobra if you had to. Wait, why is Keanu Reeves listed? Keanu Reeves moving different? Hold up. Let me find out. Oh, you know what? This guy would be perfect. What's his name? Let me look up this guy's name. Hold on. Damn it. Hold on. It's not pulling his name up. Jay Lagaya? I think he'd be a decent Fat Cobra. Boom. Found someone. I'm the goat. Found someone. Aquafina, disgusting. Blue Marvel and Sentry fighting in the MC would be cinema. We do, dude. We need a Blue Marvel movie. Could you imagine a Blue Marvel movie? Because I do think they're gonna get Sentry right, which gives me some hope they could get Blue Marvel. I don't think Blue Marvel's a hard movie to make. I think that's a freaking layup. I would get the dude that they cast for Green Lantern to play Blue Marvel, the Aaron guy, because you could use him for a couple phases because he's still young. So you could like build up Marvel. Fox would also be a tremendous one. The reason I would cast Aaron too is because you can show the younger days when he fought Negative Man, and then like flash forward, make him look a little bit older. Well, Blue Marvel also doesn't age crazy, and I think having him a little younger and letting him age with the role would be dope. And just make Blue Marvel like the new Thor. Blue Marvel's not Black Superman. I don't think Michael B. Jordan. I don't know if he's got the characteristics, like the mannerisms to play Blue Marvel. I don't know if he could pull off Blue Marvel. I really don't. GB said, "Why are we talking about this when Bullseye just got life off a bullshit charge in Daredevil?" Yo, GB, you want to come on here and talk about Daredevil with me? Idris Elba, it's potentially there. Yeah, but you wouldn't have long with Idris playing him, and he also played Heimdall. Hey, when Bullseye uppercutted an old lady for the culture, yeah, even GB agreed Daredevil was peak though. Yeah, he smoked that old lady for the culture just to run the body count up, and I was like, oh yeah, like no joke. The first 10 minutes of well, season one of Born Again, perfect show intro. Like that shit, man. When he was catching bodies, dropping left and right, just showed his true chaotic character. Oh my god. Foggy looks at Matt and said, I just didn't want to give you an excuse. And he suits up to run down on. Oh, it's just perfect. It was, oh my god. Like after this stream, I'm going to go rewatch episode one. It was that good. Like Born Again's saving the MCU. Thunderbolts might save it too. Like, come on, MCU, keep cooking, please. Can't wait to see Punisher in it too. Yeah, like genuinely, the intro, like GB just said it, the intro to Born Again was genuinely probably the most comic accurate thing we've seen on screen. I think the closest to that for me, huh, would probably be Jessica Jones with Purple Man. Yeah, man, this bullseye, they got it right, dude. They're like perfectly balancing 616 and Punisher Max persona of Bullseye. It's that pure chaotic crazy. You're one bad day away from you being me, Red. And then man, when Kingpin looked at him and said, I love a man that rises above his nature, Let me know how that goes for you. And we see it's not going well for Matt. Oh, I love the dynamic of MCU Kingpin and Daredevil because they perfectly expose the hypocrisy of each other. Jessica Jones season one was perfect. If you read Alias, which it's based on, the Marvel Max line of Jessica Jones, it was perfect. The only thing they didn't add was in Jessica Jones in the Alias comics, she catches Captain America sleeping with a married woman. And she hides it because America can't know Cap's a slut. They didn't show that in the show, and I think it's because MCU Cap has such a crazy good reputation, they just didn't want to do that. That's the only thing they basically changed. Everything else was almost the same, besides the day she went crazy fighting the Avengers. Season one of Jessica Jones was so fire, man. It really was. But yeah, this Daredevil season, it's just perfect. Hold up, my stream's being weird. Yeah, man, Kingpin's really moving different this season. That man Matt was like, "Yo, you seem like you slimmed down and put on muscle." He's like, "Bro, I'm not gonna spar you." Kingpin's a demon. The way he was making threats to people, he's the mayor now. Ah, peak cinema. And I really do think Charlie Cox, this is his best performance as Matt Murdock and Daredevil. You can feel the tension in every moment for Daredevil. You really can. It's amazing. But yeah, guys, I think I'm gonna wrap up the stream at that hour mark. I still got videos dropping today, so I'm gonna go ahead and charge my computer, then go record. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for the love and support, and stay tuned. Keep the notification button on. Content dropping today. Peace.